Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. Been very busy this morning. Um, I have already cooked down 2 turkeys and I have made 2 batches of dog food. I need to get all of the dog food bagged up and frozen, so I need to rearrange some stuff in the big deep freeze. I'm going to put some over there. I'm going to put some in the smaller deep freeze so that way we've got plenty of dog food made up. And with these turkeys being 49 cents a pound, I have to do it. So that's why I've cooked down 2 turkeys and have made 2 huge batches of dog food. Now, these dog food batches will probably feed the 2 batches that I made all together will probably feed 6 weeks of an add to Solomon's food. Um, so that's great. 6 weeks of a nice portion of this homemade dog food to put into his regiment, as well as with meat. He gets homemade dog food, meat, and dry dog food. So he gets quite the dinner. He's barking right now. I took his bowl. So he's waiting. He's waiting for me. Not to mention Lily Goat is looking for a partner right now, and she cannot be consoled with food. She cannot be consoled with treats. She cannot be consoled when you go out and give her about 10 or 15 minutes, check her feet, clean her feet off, and love on her. She's inconsolable right now. And it's loud. All right. So I'm sure you read the title. I still don't know what the title is because I haven't written it yet. But I want to talk about the fall of Rome. And this is where I see our country going, in the manner in which it's going. Okay, so there's been this conspiracy theory for the deep state for years, like for years, right? Okay, and now we have what is described as that deep state going into our government very soon. So the fall of Rome, the Roman Empire, was caused by a loss of a central political control. And what I mean by central is it's not governed by religion, it's not governed by one extreme side or another. It's governed by those centrally that can make decisions based on the best for the country rather than a best for an extremist group or religion. Let's just put it out there. When Christianity, which we know is Catholicism of that time, the popes became very popes and cardinals, and the church itself was the govern at that point. And what that causes is the loss of traditional values. And what I see in the comparison to the United States of America and Rome is that you have this very extreme group that has already changed their party name, and it's based on white Christian values and morals that those that are leading the people don't have, because oh my gosh, I mean, like, the cabinet is now sexual assaulters, Russian sympathizers and propagandists. So there's no central political control right now. The undermining of our Constitution proves that the that the country is going to collapse. I mean, I don't know what else to say about that. Our country's values is what it was based on. It's not based on Christianity. As much as people try to hound that to you, that is not true. It's based on the freedoms of those things. And as we progressed and came other groups got freedoms, the freedoms of slaves, a fantastic achievement for our country. Women's rights, amazing. And the way that women's rights developed, civil rights developed, um, rights for those in the less than 1%, right? All of the minority groups and the marginal groups becoming able to do what they wanted to do in our country, which is our country is the country of freedom. Now, this party that no longer is called what it has a different name now, is a very extreme party. White supremacists, white Christian nationalists, evangelists, evangelicals. Let me put it that way. And do you realize that weakens a country? It causes civil and social unrest, pulling away from allies, allowing new allies to become emboldened, like China to take Taiwan back, Russia, Ukraine, and then Russia proceeding to go down the line. If we're worried about America first, then let's worry about America first. And America is made up of a lot of different people and groups and cultures and religions. But to try to control and divide and conquer, it's pretty crazy, because we were right now the envy of the world, but not right now, because they know that what's getting ready to happen is going to affect them as well. Christians for criminals. I don't get it. I don't get it. And how you can say Jesus is the one leading this government. Sexual assaulters? Criminals? Your criminal king is already putting out lawsuits. What's up with that? Really? Why can't he just move forward? Why does it have to be about revenge? He's telling you that he's getting rid of the deep state, and that is not true. It is not true. His government, his administration, is a deep state government if you read the definition. So if you think that, well, he's in there and he's fixing the deep state and he's taking it away, he is not. I just don't understand why some people cannot learn from history, because other people have to suffer because of ignorance and stupidity. The fall of Rome. The fall of Rome also had a couple other aspects to it. It wasn't always, just because of the central politics or Christianity getting rid of the loss of the traditional values of Rome. But it was also the military. They refused. They bucked. They refused to join. This is where I see Donald Trump's administration putting in drafts. Now, that one dude, oh, I don't know how to say his name. I might have it written down here. I don't know if I do or not. Hegseth? Hegseth. They're going to put him as the Secretary of Defense. This is where the groups that are white supremacists, militia groups, this is where these guys are going to be directed from. I believe this, and I think this is where it's leading is this guy. He is the one key to the militia groups. That kind of mentality. He will deputize, I can't say the word. These militia groups, civilian militia groups, to do a lot of the deportation roundups. I'm just saying. This is a Christian country? Bloodshed? Allowing criminals to be in the administration? Led by a criminal king? Sexual assaulter? Taking away women's rights? Pushing women to the brink? And this is why I feel it's so important for women to be prepared and not to be stupid about this. Because there are white Christian women who would call the law on you. Watch your P's and Q's. Because neighbors will be calling the law on neighbors. If you're gay, if you're transgender, if you have brown skin, please be prepared. Because the fall of Rome, that's historical. And history does repeat itself. You have a great day. Hugs from a distance. I gotta go cook more dog food. Bye, y'all.